So we got to do the fun part.
The good stuff.
Now we have to dive in headfirst into shit.
Yes.
For fun allegories. So
we were in the poo now.
So,
same criteria as before. This only covers movies we reviewed. I watched a Cinema Snuff video. There's a lot of terrible movies we did not see, thank God. This also only covers movies. Some of us have not. I think Sarah only has gotten away with like 5 bad movies she actually had to go see. So she would be.
Yeah. I was rather strategic this past year.
Yeah, we'll see how much she gets away with this year.
Apparently my movies weren't all completely terrible, just very subpar.
Yeah, no.
There were
mine on the other hand. Oh boy, this is basically my soapbox for the next hour. So Sarah's gonna join in with her picks when we get to the 5 spot where she joins in. Grant, you have your top 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll start. I don't even remember this movie very much. It was kind of the failure position, but my top 10 worst of 2013 is The Big Wedding, which was that terrible romantic comedy with Robert De Niro and Katherine Heigl and all kinds of big names who really had no reason being there other than... Well, I take it back. Katherine Heigl deserves whatever the fuck she gets, but...
Why is that?
Ugh. Let's just face it, she hasn't done anything good since Knocked Up. Because, that crappy crappy action comedy with Ashton Kutcher was a real winner for her. But this...
It killed her career.
I think the last thing I saw her in was Life as We Know It, which was okay.
Life as We Know It. Was that? Oh, yeah, was that the Judd Apatow one? No, that was This Is 40.
I just know this one is pointlessly racist. It's stupid as all hell. Robert De Niro is wasted. There's incest involved.
Well, just... Oh.
And,
I like how I stopped you mid-sentence,
Yeah, well, just saying...
And you'll be hearing more about it later.
Yeah.
Just saying, De Niro has not been in a lot of good movies, though.
Well, he was in American Hustle and Silver Linings Playbook.
So he's in one good movie a year.
I'll take it. It's more than Katherine Heigl's done in the past decade.
That's right, it has been a decade since Knocked Up.
Actually, I was pulling a random number out of my ass. I didn't know that was actually accurate.
No.
No?
That's not true, because...
Okay.
That was one of the... Because I was able to see that movie in theaters. I want to say it was 2005, 2006.
Wait,
Okay, anyway, let's Knocked Up the statistics discussed later.
Yeah. She filmed it during season 3 of Grey's Anatomy. So
Okay.
I just know
2007, I think.
I just know it has a stupid plot line with the sister of the the groom wants to fuck Topher Grace for some reason, but then it gets stupid and complicated. It's kind of creepy, incesty shit. And there's one of Katherine Heigl's most wonderful lines in the movie is, who you gotta lynch to get a drink around here? Actual line from the movie.
I forgot about that.
And Robert De Niro is like, yeah, I know this is shit, you know this is shit. And then Robin Williams in there just because fucking he needed like $20. I only figured he's not in there for that very long. It's a terrible movie. Next. Grant, you're up.
Okay, I'm not necessarily saying this is a terrible movie, but of the stuff I reviewed, number 10, White House Down.
I fucking loved White House Down. I almost put it on my list just so we had to talk about it.
Did you guys notice there were multiple movies in 2013 that were about attacks on the White House?
Yep, the other one was Gerald Butler, which we did not see because I couldn't get anyone to do it.
It's on Netflix, but let's not watch it.
Yeah.
But it's not a good movie, but I will admit it was a lot of fun.
I laughed my ass off. Looks like Lincoln's taking a bullet for me a second time.
I was like, looks like Lincoln's taking a second bullet for me.
Oh, is that what it is? I like my version better.
My rendition was the riff on how he died for protecting black people.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
Oh,
it's so bad. And yet, it was so fucking hilarious.
Oh god, the girl with the
flag!
I feel like I'm missing something.
Oh god! It was glorious!
Okay, let me set the scene for you a little bit. Okay, So what happens is, 2/3 of the way through the movie, the scene is dire. They've decided they're gonna put a airstrike on the White House. But Channing Tatum has just killed James Wood, who's the villain. And then the girl, and this was expositioned earlier in the movie, or foreshadowed earlier in the movie, when they said, "Hey, how'd your flag waving recital go?"
God, I don't remember that.
And she, in order to save the White House, the little girl grabs like the presidential flag and runs in front of a green screen and then waves it patriotically in slow motion in the air. And the air fighters see this go, "No, we can't bomb the White House." And they change course at the last minute and saves the fucking day.
Wow.
Wave flagging and utter patriotism save the goddamn day in this. Oh my god. Like, you, me, and Patrick, who saw this movie, we lost it completely. And this is a fairly full theater, too. We just lost it completely. It was our greatest bonding moment. Like, and the one time in the year we were, like, all on the same wavelength, like, "This is bad! I know, right?"
Oh, God.
That's like the last time we're going to give you a laugh.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So, yeah, it's like...
Well, with each other, I guess it's the first.
Oh, what's the other thing we laughed at? The fact that the guy in Great Gatsby was in there as well.
Which one was he?
He was like the main terrorist guy. It's like,
oh yeah,
why do you keep killing the American dream?
And the tour guide. All right, everybody, tour's over. And the fact that it doesn't even try not to be fucking Die Hard. Like, not even remotely, like, it's even down to the fact that he's like an air vent at one point wearing a white wife beater.
The only thing I was missing was he didn't have his shoes.
Yeah.
But again, the president didn't have the right. No, he didn't have the right shoes.
No, but you're supposed to get your hands off my Jordans.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna.
That's right.
It's so stupid.
It's so terrible.
But it's so fun.
Oh.
That was pretty much my reaction last night.
Oh God.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like, it is really overlong. It is really cheesy. It's just like everyone's a stock character, but
the tour's over.
it is just, it's a fun, stupid fun movie.
Have a beer and have a good time. That's all I can really say about why.
Yeah. What's that? The fact they went through how many presidents in one day?
Oh, I don't even remember that bit.
Okay, basically, it kind of like his convoluted plot was, alright.
Oh yeah, like I was saying, like, you're in charge. The vice president's in charge. Okay, now he's gone. You're in charge. You know.
Yeah. And I anticipated that they'd both be dead.
Yeah.
After the
I, who is the real villain.
Yeah. It's like what?
After the vice president, the next in line is the Speaker of the House.
Yeah, he's involved. They're all involved.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
It's like,
Oh.
Do you feel better?
A little bit, yeah, actually. The White House down made me feel a little better about what I'm going to talk about for my next pick.
Which is what your number
I know
9?
you hated this much more than I did, Grant, but we'll get to that one. My number 9, as far as movies I hated, not just quality movies that really... I rank these movies not just based on quality, but how much they pissed me off. So, number 9 is Scary Movie 5. Which is my number 9. Oh! And that one broke you.
And I rewatched that review recently, and I'm sorry, Grant, you're a friend, I love you, but it is hilarious to see what that movie did to you.
It was basically, oh my god, this movie is just stupid. It's not like White House now where you can laugh at it stupid, but just no effort, none. No effort, no budget, nothing. Like, just stupid joke after stupid joke. Charlie Sheen's on the cover, he's only in the opening fucking scene. After that, just horrible jokes.
and of course they cut out his best joke.
Oh yeah, from the trailer.
Yeah.
And then even that, it just, oh my god, it's just so bad. Like, there's an explosion in the movie that's like so pasted on. what was the joke we made at the time? Like the Power Rangers had better effects. But like that, and it's just like it was just really just painful to watch. If I hadn't watched movie 43 the week before, I probably would have put it higher on the list. But
I will say, there was one joke that was just so absolutely dumb. I got a mild enjoyment out of it, but other than that, it was just like it was a painful movie.
It was. It was just. Oh god! I don't think we laughed once at any of the jokes. Even when we wanted to laugh, we were mad at ourselves for wanting to laugh. And I was getting mad at the audience because a fucking couple in front of me would not stop laughing at these fucking jokes. Shut the fuck up!
God, I had the same effect. I had the same effect with Talladega Nights.
Yeah, I was like, I had the same problem with the Heat. Like audience uproarious to laugh at me and Chris. Fuck you all! In this fucking movie. Oh, you can burn in the fiery pits of hell. Just like this. Remember that part in the movie where the monkeys start talking? And it's just so horribly dubbed, like Godzilla movies did it better.
I don't.
you blacked it out.
Blacked it out. You remember? He's like when it was the Planet of the Apes joke.
Something like that.
Either way,
I vaguely remember it, but it was just.
Either way, it parodied a movie that everyone had already forgotten about by the time this movie came out. Like Mama, I think is what they parodied, and everyone had already forgotten completely about this movie's existence. So it was just completely irrelevant on top of just so horribly lazily written.
Like, it was weird they actually had some minor logic to fix up the fact that the actor or an actor there was playing a completely different character that he played before.
It's like I'm gonna say it again. Is the fact that if you can even get Anna Faris to come back for your movie, that's a bad sign. And she's in another movie that I'm gonna talk about later.
Yeah. Just remember the one joke I did find mildly funny was during that stupid lesbian thing that was going on. They're using all the imagery.
The fucking Black Swan joke. I forgot about that. Like they use scissors, and then they're like donuts, and then it's a fucking train cave.
Okay, that one was mildly funny. Just all of a sudden you just see, you see like the train go into a cave for like the imagery. This is the only funny
the Hitchcock thing.
No, you see like a mountainside, all of a sudden you hear a train coming, all of a sudden they slam another mountain into it. I'm just like...
So terrible.
I'm just like... It's like, okay.
I'm glad that I didn't participate in that.
That was like the one funny thing that happened there, and even then it's just like, it wasn't even that funny, it's just, I think I'm laughing at it more because it was such a terrible movie, I'm looking for an excuse to get a laugh.
And we've just gotten started.
Let's
talk about White House Down again. That was fun. Oh my god. It's just that fucking... moving on. Next.
No, because what happened was I decided to imitate that movie and wave the white flag during Scary Movie 5.
Oh yeah, wait, White House Down didn't come out before then, did it?
No, it didn't. Thanks for killing the joke!
Oh. Sorry.
Alright. Remember I was walking out, you thought I was actually trying to leave the theater.
There was a time where I was like, no, you get back here. Like, if I sit this, so do you.
No, dude, look, I just have to take a Scary Movie 5.
I see what you did there.
Well, it works either way, because it was a crappy movie and I was pissed away money to see it.
Oh, still better than any joke they had in the movie.
Yes, it was.
Alright. Number 9, go.
Kick-Ass 2.
Really? I think it was that bad.
It was As I said, I didn't see a lot of terrible movies, so this is just...
Filler.
Yeah, it's like... It was like a 5 out of 10 for me, but it's just like... It had its moments of being kind of funny, but I felt like it had the same problem that Lone Ranger had. In terms of being, like, tonally really inconsistent.
Mm.
It's just... It had those moments where, like, it went from being, like, dead serious to, like, finding moments of humor, like, kind of inappropriate times, like... It's like, this is a movie where violence has consequence and stuff!
And then it doesn't.
And, like, yeah. And then all of a sudden... Yeah, it's like...
I remember there was stuff I liked about the movie. I remember like Jim Carrey I thought did pretty good.
Oh yeah, he was fantastic.
And I thought whoever played the villain I thought did a really good job too.
Christian Mintz-Plasse, my secondary clone.
Is that what you call him?
I've been called McLovin on YouTube every now and then.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Go figure.
Seriously, give me a pair of glasses and if I had my hair back the way it did, it would probably look like him.
Either way, I thought he did a great job in the movie.
Oh, he was great. Just
he really gave himself into it. Granted, I do agree that the movie is definitely flawed. Like the whole hit girl subplot was
oh God! What was the point?
There was none. It was stupid shit. Just filler crap. Apparently.
Oh, just like the end of her story arc.
That wasn't even close to funny. That was just disgusting.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't want to know.
You don't.
You don't. I remember I was talking to Cliff about. Apparently, it was like adapting like the Hit Girl miniseries that came out at the time.
It was a mix of that and the second comic book.
Yeah, that's what I understood it as. I never read the Hit Girl comic books. I didn't know. I read most of Kick-Ass too. I don't think I stopped reading somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
I liked kind of like how they made fun of more disturbing elements from the book.
Yeah, like the dog thing.
Like the dog thing. Like
you want me to kill the dog?
No,
I'm not that evil.
In the comic book, what happens is Jim Carrey's character gets his head chopped off, and then they chop the dog's head off and put it on Jim Carrey's body. And this one, they're like, no, we're not fucking doing that. So they make fun of it, and the rape scene comes later on. That comes later on. They make fun of that too.
Which scene?
The part where like they find out who the heroes are, and they start going after one by one. And then,
oh yeah!
And they go after like what they call what do they call her the something bitch or something like that. Either way, it was a rape scene in the comic books here.
Wait, was it Night Bitch?
Night Bitch, that was it. And
oh God!
And they try to make fun of they make fun of the fact that yeah, we're not showing rape on here either. So basically, it was like he talks about doing it, but then he can't
arise to
get it up. So just leads to an awkward conversation for a little bit like this. Like, you know what? Just punch her in the face. So that was actually there were parts like that I liked.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. No, not really. But to be fair, the material didn't really lend itself to be a good movie.
Yeah.
It's Frank Miller losing his edge. He didn't have Matthew Vaughn as the director either, which was sorely missed. But yeah, I get why. I thought there was some good stuff about it. Alright, number 8 for me. This one, oh God, this one I had issues with. Carrie. And
I was actually surprised that you had as strong of a reaction to it as you did.
Me too, to be frank. I think I just realized now, Stephen King has written some great works. Misery, amazing. Dark Tower, I haven't read all of it, but stuff I've read is pretty good.
He's very good at writing friendships.
But, oh my God. I never watched the original movie. It's worth noting right now. I've heard some stuff about it that I can already tell exceeds a lot of the shit they did here. However, I can still tell that a lot of the fucking problems come from the original story.
Yeah, probably.
I think it may have been his first book.
That's what I've heard. I heard a friend of mine told me that apparently his first draft of Carrie he actually tossed in the garbage, but his wife found it. Or you told me that. But either way, I was like, oh, because everyone in this fucking town is except for 2 people, it just comes from the demon sperm of Satan. I can only assume just populating this goddamn town. Because everyone is a horrible person. Everyone is a horrible person that takes things to extremes that make no goddamn sense.
From what I remember, it's in the original movie, though, it wasn't just all the teenagers and the mother that were...
Yes. And the mother character in the original got less screen time than Julianne Moore does in this version.
That also pissed me off.
You'll be hearing more about this later.
Julianne Moore in this movie is so wasted, because I love Julianne Moore. She's a great actress.
I loved her in Chloe.
And I loved her in Don John. But,
she was in Don John?
Yeah, she was in Don John. She was one of the main characters. Anyway, but... There is no fucking character she has in this movie. It's all just, I'm the crazy person, can't you tell? I don't know why that voice came up. But either way, all she does is spit out Bible verses that don't really exist and act crazy. There is no fucking character there. It's all just, I'm the crazy person. I'm supposed to intimidate you, but I don't. So I'm just doing crazy stuff all the time, and I'm not giving any substance, no character. I'm already getting really mad already so far.
Yeah. This is pretty much how you got in our...
I know, I had to get out of the car and
that reminds me, was the guy who went to the prom with Carrie, was he also a douchebag in this movie?
No, he's actually the only decent human characters in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure they kept that consistent at least.
Yeah, that character remains a good person in both versions.
Although I couldn't help but wonder why they kept the lacrosse thing in there. Because, like, it takes place in modern day. There's no way in fucking hell a lacrosse player is going to be a popular kid in school.
Actually be surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking lacrosse?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yep.
Son of a bitch. Well, there you go. Oh, Jesus Christ, though. The fucking woman who just goes, like, fucking James Bond or, like, over the top, like, Green Goblin over the top villain in this movie. Like, there's a part where, for no reason, at this point, she should be out of her mind, terrified. When Carrie finally, I think I went a little extreme on this review, where I was like, you know what? When Carrie finally turns, like, good, kill them all. I don't care. Like,
No, that was actually the entire point.
I know, either way, it succeeded at that point, because I was like, no, not for the right reasons, though. Like, I never believed any of these characters were that way. It made no fucking sense. Why these characters are so absurdly evil, to the point where it's like, why? Why these people like this? What kind of horrible town is this? Stephen King, what was your childhood?
I don't know. All I know is that he was commenting on the trials and tribulations of being a teenage girl trying to grow up.
Bull fucking shit. This is not the trials and tribulations of a teenage girl. If that's the way it is, then I swear it's worse than the fucking Hunger Games. Alright, I just
said that's what he was aiming for. I didn't say he did it well.
Fair enough, but it's...
I mean, to be fair, it is rather difficult being a teenage girl.
No, but here's what I'm talking about, though. After she's gone through this insane length to make this woman's life miserable for no evident reason that, wasn't completely her own fault. There's a part where Carrie finally loses her mind, finally does the right thing, starts killing everybody.
She finally snaps.
Like purging. I really think she was doing God's work, to be completely honest. And there's a part where she starts chasing after the teenage bitch who's already run off with her apparently homicidal boyfriend. And
originally played by John Travolta in the original.
That makes sense.
I forgot about that.
So they're driving off, and she breaks the concrete in front of her, and the car turns around, and apparently the part of her brain that thinks logic completely just flew out the window because she sees her on the street and goes, "Run her over!" Like, it was over the top way she could possibly ham this up anymore if she tried. The scenery was gone. She ate it all. And she just keeps yelling, "Run her over! Go faster!" I'm like, did you not see the fucking crack on the ground? You did not see that. You're like, hey, maybe we should drive away from the clearly homicidal, covered in blood woman.
And that was something that, thankfully wasn't stupid in the original. It was more like she did a surprise attack on him that completely fucked him over.
Yeah. And then even after she crashes the car, she is in bloody shambles. She still fucking keeps at it until she fucking dies.
Why won't you die?
It's only a fresh wound.
That's kind of what it was. It was like, you're like, come here, I'll bite your kneecaps off. Oh, God.
It was...
I think I didn't put this one higher enough on my list, apparently.
It was a lot of fun doing that review with him because I wasn't expecting him to react like this. And I had seen the original, and so I had an idea of what the source material was. Yeah. And so I knew what to expect, unlike you, obviously.
Grant, just go.
But yeah, you'll be hearing more about this later.
Number 8.
That's
the strangely fitting title of Pain and Gain.
If you excuse me, I'm gonna go kill myself.
No.
Okay. At least it had Dwayne Johnson. That's all I'm gonna say about Pain and Gain. It was a good movie. Fuck no, it wasn't. And
The best things that came from it was the power outage and the smoke.
yeah, we cut the power outage. You looked at me and go, so, divine intervention? Oh, God. I almost admire Michael Bay for the effort. Because
He actually tried this time.
I know, it was actually a fairly decent effort. Parts of it were actually pretty funny, but at the same time, it was still bad.
It's also weird that I didn't recognize that Tony Shalhoub was Tony Shalhoub in this movie.
Really?
Monk was in this?
I didn't know it was him! He was the
Are
guy
you serious?
He was the guy off.
That's right. Yep, he was in it.
And just like, one thing like, how did I not realize this?
That's a very good
Damn.
question. He was a big part of the movie. He was in it for like at least 50% of the time.
Yeah.
But
His hair was slightly receded back. That's why I didn't recognize him.
really, that's all it takes.
You'd be surprised what it takes to.
Who am I?
The buck teeth look familiar, but the tiara has me baffled.
Oh, God. Do you really just quote Fairly Odd Parents? I don't know what's worse, that you made that reference or I fucking caught it. Anyway, go ahead. Why is Pain and Gain a terrible movie?
Not terrible, but as you said, not good.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies you're like. I just didn't find the satire to be that great.
No, of course not. It's Michael
It's
Bay.
one of those things where like they're trying to make fun of what people go through to get the American dream, but it's just like they didn't really make you care about it. It's like
I cared about Dwayne Johnson.
yeah, except for him. But for the majority of these people, they're all scumbags, and okay, like unlike say Goodfellas, American Hustle, they found ways to make them likable for the most part. These guys, these are just terrible. Yeah, and I know it's supposed to be based on a true story, but which led to one of the best moments of the movie. Really. I just didn't care, and it was over long.
Yep.
Yeah, like the only person that really stood out was The Rock, because he just
Yes, who has like a legitimately good performance here.
yeah, like he does a great job acting. His character is actually given substance, and he remains likable. He is not like a terrible person. He's just a well-meaning idiot who got caught up in all this.
Why does he think I'm buff?
Yeah. Or still my favorite, but like, and he gets some of the best movies. Like, yeah, that for one, who's being hit on by a gay priest or a priest or something. And then later on, it's like the movie decides to emphasize, this is based on a true story. So later on in the movie,
There's a part where he's barbecuing hands.
yeah, it's like, all right, you gotta chop his body and get rid of it. And so The Rock decides, to burn it, make it go away. And unfortunately, he's cooking inside of a place, so like it starts smoking the building. So what he decides to do is cook it outside.
And wave at the neighbors.
Yes. And then in the middle of it,
He didn't wave one of the barbecued hands on.
No,
on
he just waved his own hands.
what happened was, this is still based on a true story.
Just like, yes, this completely absurd, stupid thing actually happened.
Wow.
I know.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
Understatement.
And it was just, that's one of the reasons why, although it's on my worst list, it's not lower, because The Rock really was the saving grace in this movie.
Yeah.
And
That's where we both agreed on. It's like, I think at one point, like, Dwayne Johnson is saving this fucking movie.
Yeah.
From just being complete shit. You got anything else on it?
Not really. Just characters in there. They were all kind of wasted, as I said, except for The Rock. Yeah, it wasn't memorable. I forgot about most of it.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, my number 7, I think is going to surprise both of you because of how much of a big fucking deal I've made this. Smurfs 2.
Are you serious?
I am dead. Because here's the thing. I knew this was going to be terrible. It came as no surprise when, it's terrible. So I wasn't really mad when I saw it. Because, it's fucking shit, but I wasn't expecting anything redeemable out of this.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, I didn't really get mad. I was just like, no, that's pretty much what I was expecting. I mean, granted, a lot more puns than I was expecting. I didn't expect Mad Eye Moody to pop in there. But It's not even really a movie by definition. By the way it's structured, it's just basically a hour and 20-minute sitcom. Or like a really bad episode of How I Met Your Mother. Which is perfect as Neil Patrick Harris, so who knows. And it's stupid. I mean, they named their kid fucking Blue. From the first movie. Neil Patrick Harris' wife is pregnant in the first movie. I only looked that up before I saw the movie. And here the kid is like 5 years old and they named him Blue after the fucking Smurfs. And
It's really sad as we know how kids are going to make fun of him.
The actual actor named his actual son.
No, like the character in the movie is named Blue. Then Mad Eye Movie at one point gets turned into a duck, which leads to all kinds of horrible duck puns, and it's as bad as you expect. They did make that one. They should have.
Then Disney would have sued.
Yeah, probably. But you know what? I think at that point, it's like, you know what? I feel bad enough for you as it is. So it'll almost be like a mercy killing. But either way, it's terrible. What else do you expect from the fucking Smurfs do? The only thing I'm really mad about is they pulled in Oliver, what's his name? Vanity Smurf. Community guy. John Oliver. They dragged John Oliver into it. That's the only thing I'm really mad about. Everyone else, they deserve whatever they fucking get for signing up for this. I have no sympathy for anyone involved in this production. I don't give a shit about it at all. It's one of those things. I'm nothing, this movie. Smurfs 2.
Yeah.
I can care less.
When the trailer for Smurfs 2 came up in one of the movies that I reviewed with him this year, I covered my eyes because I did not want to see this CG 3D Smurfs are blasphemous because I grew up watching the hand-drawn 2D, and these Smurf movies can go to hell.
We were just talking about Frozen a few hours ago, weren't we?
No, I said...
Smurfs.
Yeah, because it was 2D before.
Yes.
Right.
I probably would have been the same way had
it was a 2D cartoon that I grew up watching.
Fair enough.
I'll say this, I probably would have been the same way had Robert Zemeckis decided to continue with his Yellow Submarine remake.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad that got canceled.
Hey! But either way, that's Smurfs 2. Next.
Number 6. 10, 9, 8. No, 7. Great Gatsby.
Oh, yeah.
That's how much I forgot about the movie. Yeah, that was pretty fucking boring.
Yeah.
That was the review for it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's like, that's all we can really say about it's like, you were bored.
Like, Tobey Maguire's wasted, Leonardo DiCaprio's wasted, literally and figuratively.
There's not any 1920s music.
No, it's all fucking hip-hop and Jay-Z and shit. Yeah, that pissed me off. A lot of people are okay with it. Like, my ex liked it, and I was like, no, that doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, that was a lazy attempt to make the modern day connection.
Well, it's made by the same guy by Moulin Rouge. Are you really surprised?
They weren't trying to make a modern connection, though. Here, it was meant to be a quote-unquote Bollywood movie Americanized. So there it made sense.
So, yeah, clearly, when you go with that angle, what's material can be used for a Bollywood Hollywood movie? Oh, Great Gatsby. Perfect. Perfect fit.
No, and then for Moulin Rouge.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I was confused.
Yeah. No, Great Gatsby, that was just
Shit.
lazy.
Yeah.
It's just all spectacle, no substance. Now, granted, I have not read the original book.
Yeah.
Nor have I since I watched the movie.
Yeah, it's like looking back at it, there probably was substance that was just horribly implemented.
Pretty much.
And everything was just it was too much. Like, I understand the idea of like trying to emphasize, the whole glitz and glamour of things, but it was too damn shiny.
Yeah.
It's like there was so much going on, you just, like, visually speaking, just completely, it was a distraction.
Please, Wolf of Wall Street makes this movie look like a punk.
Yeah. But at least there it had the point was better made.
Fair enough.
Whereas, like, here it felt like the design and the substance were two different entities.
Yeah, I'd agree on that.
Like, the fact that there were people just, like, in the background in perfect sync setting things up. We're just like, wait, what the hell? I can't focus!
It's just a CGI mess. There's no substance to it. There should be substance.
Yeah.
I'm sure, I guess it's one of those books that's really hard to adapt. I've heard people say that it's actually more true to the book than it really is.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like, For a book, though, I feel like it can get away with it. Because, pacing is a bit of a different thing when it comes to that, but here for movies, just like, no.
No, it's just really fucking boring. That's what it comes down to. It's like, I didn't care about Leonardo DiCaprio. And it's like,
it was one of those things where, like, everyone was making stupid choices that could have easily been, like, circumvented or just, like, done to, like...
Just like fucking Carrie. Anyway.
Yeah. But,
You'll get
but the reason why it's
not... on that later.
Now, I will say this, though. Once it got near the end, that's when things actually started getting interesting.
A little bit.
Like, the fact was, like, once they had that little talk in the hotel room about, like, trying to break up that marriage that was going on, and that was, like, that's when things were done correctly. The acting felt good. They were using exposition as, quote-unquote, ammunition for the drama to, like, get back and forth. So, like, there was drama and new things getting unveiled as things kind of went along.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, like, that first, like, 3 quarters was just like, oh, God.
It's just way too fucking long. Like, there's easily, like, 30 minutes you could have cut out of that.
One word. Edit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And it's like, my videos are shorter.
I will say this. 3D, not bad. It also did serve a thematic point to it. The idea of trying to kind of create that distance of the
Oh yeah, we did see it in 3D. I forgot so much about this movie. That's how much it had no impact on me.
I remember we made some really good jokes. I just forgot those too. I gotta like, go back to the review to figure out what smart-ass comments we made.
Do we make it a good smart-ass comments?
Not as many as other reviews. I think maybe...
Either way, we could have done better.
I think maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah. I remember there weren't too many, but they were really damn good.
I'll look it up later.
But yeah.
I'll refer to your spreadsheet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is my number 7.
All right, fair enough. Now, what's my number 6? Let's see. What do I get to rage about next? So going back to books, there's one book series that shamelessly rips off the Harry Potter series.
Here we go. This one was a fun review.
Percy Jackson 2.
Sea of Monsters.
I can't even say it.
I actually made that joke last night.
This movie could have just been bad, but forgettably bad. But no.
It was frustratingly bad.
They had to have one fucking character.
Oh, yeah.
That is so fucking irritating. And apparently, a friend of mine told me he's actually worse in the books.
Wow.
That is Jar Jar Binks level annoying. I don't even remember his...
Tyson.
Now the evil has a name.
I saw the review with you. So.
I know, and I just didn't want to know. Tyson is fucking annoying horror CGI Cyclops character who's so irritating, who's so obnoxiously polite. It's
rather presumptuous too.
Presumptuous. Okay, let me put it this way: have you ever had that friend when you were a little kid who stuck to you like glue and would not leave you alone no matter where you went or what you did?
I was that guy!
But think of it as ridiculously happy and peppy and won't shut the fuck up. So you and I would not have gotten along as kids.
Very not.
Either way, he's like supposed to be like his stepbrother, and he calls it like Poseidon Dad, which is
half brother.
Half brother. Well, yeah, obviously. And it goes like, "Hey, Dad!" Like he's almost like talking to the audience in a little kid movie. Like, can you help us find our way to the Sea of Monsters? Yeah! Alright, then we all need to close our eyes. I've been doing my job for way too long.
Leave it to Tyson. We'll be back after these short messages.
That's what it fucking felt like. And every time I was like, just die, you annoying waste of film. And he does die. And I cheered. But I was immediately sad because I know, no, this is a goddamn fake out because they wouldn't give me what I want no matter what they did in this fucking movie.
There were multiple fake outs.
I fucking know! I remember!
And exhale. There you go.
What spot are we at?
That was your number 6.
Yeah, and also I just realized I forgot a movie on this list, which thankfully knocks White House down off my worst 10. Yay!
What's one that?
Huh? I'll get to that later.
Okay, fair enough.
But next on my list is...
Your number 6.
Yeah, my official one.
Right.
The G.I. Joe Retaliation.
I actually like that one.
Granted, I admit it's a bad movie, but I still enjoyed it. Alright.
Another movie where, once again, The Rock was the saving grace.
Go figure. Dwayne Johnson was a busy man this year.
Yeah.
He was.
So explain.
And why is it as high as number 6?
It's one of those movies where just like, sometimes I had fun, other times I just...
Just didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like that horribly rushed ninja subplot?
Oh, God. Okay, by the way, apparently I was wrong in the review. That actually did happen in the comics, but it was just so lazily handled. It's just like...
Yeah, it was like they introduced it and they concluded within like 5 minutes of it. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, this happened at some point in my life. Oh wait, I heard this somewhere. Something like, why will this happen to someone? And like, okay, we got the result. Okay, let's go. We understood that because even I didn't understand that. I talk way too fast.
Yeah.
But still sums up the scene.
It's just...
Oh, I had that fucking douchebag from Man with the Iron Fist in there too.
The RZA.
The RZA, yeah.
Oh, God, but... Something I do remember, there were some, as I said, was it like the guy who's playing the president?
Oh yeah, because like the writer from Zombieland had like a small hand in it, and you can tell where he had his hand in it.
Actually, both writers were the main writers.
Oh, well, either one. The one that was more clever, you can tell where his that was the part that's actually like really funny.
Yeah. You must be. It's like, I'm from Fox News. That explains why
You're
you're
so fair and balanced. Forgot about that joke.
Or wasn't they kept riffing on North Korea?
Yeah, they kept ripping on North Korea. Like, I have enough nuclear arms to destroy a country.
Destroy 10 countries. 11 if you count North Korea.
North Korea's just like, the fuck?
It's just like it's like, now, all of a sudden if y'all like decide to disarm your nukes, something like that, and just...
It was just,
yeah, North Korea, so I knew you'd hold out last.
Yeah, I remember it was stupid, but I don't know, it was a B movie. Yeah. From that standard, I didn't hate it. I thought some of the action scenes were actually pretty decent. But
they were. But, as you'll see, I've rated this better than a couple other action movies that were on this list.
Alright.
But it's just...
Oh, God.
What else? One last thing I forgot to mention. That minor trade-off between the first G.I. Joe. This was still a better film. Or a better movie. I'm not going to say film because that's an insult. To film, I mean. But...
Great, because I thought it was my aunt and uncles, but thank you for clarifying that last bit.
The first one, as terrible as it was all just completely about fun.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it kind of took itself more seriously and just like, it took you out of the moment sometimes.
Fair enough.
It was one of those tit for tat things.
Alright, fair enough.
And